This is Ricco here for Iboxinghub with and this is a very special interview for me in particular. We have here Zimbabwe's next star, and I don't just say things like that willy-nilly. Okay, I I truly believe in this young man and his ability, and I'd like everybody to know what I would know. Jaydon, how are you?
Yes, sir. I'm alright.
You said sir again, didn't you? It's okay. It's okay. If
Yes,
you're gonna do
yeah,
it off the rip, then that's fine.
yeah.
Jaden, where are you right now?
I'm in Bulawayo.
Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. I was born there,
Yes,
and that's why it's so special. You know, we have fighters that have trailblazed. Derek Chisora. I do know for a fact that Derek Chisora is going to be fighting back in Zimbabwe for his last, uh, his farewell. I mean, Jaden, the first thing is how old are you? You're obviously an amateur. You were
yes.
supposed to fight a Mayweather, but that obviously didn't quite work out. I reckon he saw some of your footage and thought, "Oh, I don't fancy this." Um,
Yes.
how old are you? How'd you get into boxing? Go.
Well, I'm 18 years old, and like when I first started boxing, I learned from my granddad, and I watched some of Muhammad Ali's boxing videos, and I was like, no, it's cool and all, and I wanted to be great like that too, and come in different with different styles, and I just started working towards the boxing.
You're so well mannered. It's very weird when I live over here and it's anarchy. But incredible story, bro. I believe your grandfather. Well, your dad. Obviously, my dad knows your grandfather, and I think everybody knows everybody. With your granddad was your inspiration, wasn't he?
Yes, it was.
And you've told me before. You asked you obviously who your favorite fighter was, or who you wanted to be in terms of the success factor, and you said to me Floyd Mayweather, right?
Yes.
Why? Why Floyd?
He's just different from like other fighters. The way he's cool, his confidence, and the way he fights, how he talks, and even how he is in the ring, his movement and all. It's all of it is great.
Tell me a little bit about your because you're obviously quite a well decorated amateur. Um,
Uh,
how many fights have you had in terms of the um, you know yeah, that's actually pretty good in terms of the experience that you've gained with training with a veteran like your granddad was a famous boxer as well, wasn't he?
yes, he was.
And you're obviously emulating him. So I'd like to know in terms of the amateur experience that you've had, how has it been going through the amateurs in Zimbabwe? Because the amateur system here and all over the world is vastly different. I
Yes.
believe, and I didn't just want to check it out there. You're going to an amateur tournament on Monday. We're going to get into that in a little bit. But how has it been going through the amateur ranks in Africa, in Zimbabwe of all places?
It's been good. We have like tournaments maybe every second month in different places, and all the fights are good. I've had 14 fights.
What's the record? How many people have you I can't swear on here, but how many people have you beat?
I've had 14 fights. I lost five on points. I lost five on point.
Majority
Five
decision?
fights on point. Yes.
So we'll count that as home cooking, I think. But I mean, I have obviously seen a lot of your work. I've seen your skill. You're fighting at featherweight at the minute. 18 years old. How has it been making the weight?
It's been okay. Yeah, the training and all. It's been good. It-
you're you are like many fighters that I've interviewed. You know, you're very disciplined. Do you get that discipline from your granddad and the training that you do? Well, what's like a normal training day with you and your granddad?
Or number 10 day usually likes me to like work on the bag more, work on the bag, more of my movement, working in like in fighting. Yeah. Yes.
In terms of the infighting and everything like that, because you're going to your this tournament on Monday. Can
Yes.
what because we're going to talk about you turning pro in sort of the last segment, but what is it with this tournament? Like, what's actually happening?
Well, we're gonna be in Vic Falls training for we'll be at training camp preparing for the tournament in Montenegro. That's taking place on the 20th to the 6th of November.
You're going to be fighting abroad. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. Yes.
That's very impressive. I mean, the only reason why the only reason why I would say, the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of people don't make it out of Zimbabwe, especially um, without some sort of cause or reason, and you you are trailblazing. Have you? Has there been any sort of recognition from local newspapers or anything like that? Like, because you seem like somebody that would be the poster boy for fighting in Bulawayo.
Okay. No, I haven't yet been like on newspaper or anything yet.
I think we'll change that. I think we'll get you less serious, and I think a virtual high five is needed at the end of this one. Definitely.
Yes.
Uh, Tell me, I'm going to ask you two more questions after this. But in terms of the tournament, Montenegro, what is the carrot that's dangling at the end of it? What you win that tournament, and then what is there sort of an incentive in terms of you win this tournament, then you get invited to another amateur tournament, which is international or something like what? Yeah.
Well, they haven't. I'm not so sure what happened after that, but like after this tournament, I was going to be getting ready to turn pro next year, like beginning of the year, in the middle of the year, between.
I'm very excited about the prospect of you turning pro. I I believe that would be incredible for you. I mean, if you were a pro fighter, especially next year, um, going on a card for Derek Chisora, how would that feel?
It would be amazing to
Are
be
you
there.
sure? You sound like you're just dying inside. I don't know.
No.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking. But it's what I will have to say to you is that you do understand that you are a credit to your community. There's not a lot of young people like yourself that can maintain that level of discipline for so long. I myself didn't, and yeah, I didn't. Yeah, but with two more questions. The first one,
Oh,
where would you love to fight in terms of a venue and a country?
if it was a country or when I like to fight like in Las Vegas, in the ring in Las Vegas, yes.
Oh, Sin City. I don't know. You're a bit
Yes.
too serious for Las Vegas. You gotta loosen up a little bit if you want to be going to Floyd's fights in Vegas. But I mean, you and the last one is obviously more with the weight. When do you think that because you're obviously you're getting your man strength, you are changing in terms of your body.
Um,
Um, how long do you see yourself at featherweight, and where do you think you will end up in terms of the weight limit?
well, with my weight limit, I think I'll end up like in bantamweight, like bantam. Probably.
So you're at feather, and at
Yes.
the end of your career, you're going to go back down to bantamweight.
Or maybe if I cut down, maybe we'll see.
I think that super feather lightweight, junior lightweight. I think you could possibly be, and I would just like everybody who's going to be listening to this interview to know that Jaydon is so exceptional. I will make sure that this young man is he's going to be out there and actually be a kid. He's so damn disciplined. I would say that's your granddaddy's fault, which is good. I
Yes.
think the final question that I need to ask you is because this has actually been one of my favorite interviews that I've had in a long time, Jaydon. Um, is there anything that you would like to say to people to get them invested in you as fans?
It's like when I'm coming, I'm gonna make sure that I do my best. I'm gonna make sure that I rise up to the top and give everybody all great shows when I enter the ring, even when I'm out. Yeah.
I I would pretty much say the same thing, Jaydon, if I was you. Thank you so much for giving me your time. As I said, you are one of the ones to watch in terms of talent, and I really do believe that you could possibly be the next star from Zimbabwe. I mean, Derek Chisora isn't exactly hard to beat in terms of personality, but in terms of achievement, I really think you've got it. Um, Thank you so much, Jaydon. Where can people find you? Where's your Instagrams and Twitters and what have you? Tell everybody where they can find you. I mean, I'm gonna put everything in
Well,
the description, but you know,
okay, well, I'm on Instagram. My username is YoungAli2006. So far, I'm only on Instagram, but I'm still working on getting like other platforms, like maybe put put my videos on TikTok, get Twitter and all.
I think I may be able to help you with all of that type of stuff. Now, I have gray hairs and I'm trying to pretend that I can't see them. So what we'll do is what we'll do is I think we'll work on a lot of stuff and I like I said I do believe that I can help you. My thing is that you have to stay disciplined. Maybe not so serious. Maybe watch like a rom-com or I don't know what happens on SABC these days or whatever, but there's got to be some comedies. And you know, do your best. And you always tell me you do your best, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Goddamn right. So thank you so much, everybody. This has been KO Boxing with the future of Zimbabwean boxing. I never ever thought in my wildest dreams I would ever none of that shit would come out of my mouth. That's we have a lot riding on you, young man. And I think I'm going to make sure that you fill that potential. Just before quickly we end this interview, any shout outs to your grand, anybody?
Well, for everyone that's supposed to want to say thank you. For everybody that would watch this, thank you for watching, and for all my supporters now and in the future, thank you.
I love the accent. I'm not gonna lie. I really it's I don't know. Do you know that bird Tinashe? She's South African. I
Mm-mm.
love the act, mate. She just goes into every single like interview and stuff, and you know what? I'm all right, man. I'm like, oh my gosh, out there. And there we have a laugh, and there we have a smile, and that's exactly what I need from you. So thank you so much, everybody. This has been Ricco Boxing for Iboxinghub. Please subscribe, retweet, share, put in all the family group chats, and take care. And thank you so much, Jaydon.
Thank you.